Open your closet for a moment and imagine this. You pull out a beautiful blouse you bought because the color was lovely. You put it on with your favorite pants, add a necklace, maybe a cardigan, and stand in front of the mirror. Nothing is technically wrong. The clothes fit. The colors match. You are covered, comfortable, appropriate. But something feels heavy. Your waist looks wider than it feels. Your middle seems to be the first thing the eye notices. The outfit looks more square than feminine. You try pulling the blouse down. Then you tuck it in. Then you untuck it again. You add a jacket, but now the whole outfit looks bulky. You change shoes. You change earrings. And somehow the problem is still there. This is the moment so many women over 60 quietly experience, but almost no one talks about honestly. A fuller waist does not mean you have lost your style. It does not mean you must hide in long tunics, oversized sweaters, dark colors, or shapeless clothing for the rest of your life. It simply means your proportions have changed, and your clothes need to work with your body as it is now, not the body you had at 35, 45, or even 55. And that is a very different conversation, because dressing a fuller waist well is not about covering everything. In fact, that is often where the trouble begins. The more you try to hide the middle, the more fabric you usually add. And the more fabric you add, the more the body can start to look wider, shorter, and heavier than it really is. The most flattering, mature style is not built on hiding. It is built on directing the eye. You decide where the eye lands. You decide where the outfit creates length. You decide where the fabric skims, where it releases, where it stops, and gives the body a graceful shape without squeezing it. Think of a woman named Linda. She is 67. She has beautiful silver hair, warm smile, and a naturally fuller waist since menopause. She is not plus size everywhere. Her legs are still nice. Her shoulders are a little narrow. Her bust is medium. But her waist and lower belly are softer than they used to be. When Linda gets dressed for lunch with friends, she often reaches for a long, loose top because she thinks, this hides my stomach. But the top falls straight from her bust to her thighs like a rectangle. Her pants are comfortable but a little too wide. Her shoes are flat and dark. Her necklace is short and sits high on the chest. The whole look is practical, but the eye sees one wide block from shoulder to hip. Now imagine Linda makes just a few changes. She chooses a blouse that skims rather than hangs. It has a soft V-neck, a slight curve at the hem, and sleeves that show her wrists. She adds a lightweight open jacket that ends just below the hip, not at the widest part of her middle. Her pants are straight, not baggy, and they fall cleanly over a simple shoe. Her necklace is longer, creating a vertical line. Her lipstick is fresh but not harsh, same woman. Same body. Same waist. But suddenly, the eye travels up to her face and then to the clean line of her legs. Her middle has not disappeared. It has simply stopped being the center of the outfit. That is the goal, not to erase your body, not to punish your waist, not to dress like a younger woman, but to create a softer, longer, more intentional shape. One of the biggest misunderstandings about a fuller waist is the belief that the waist must always be hidden. This is why many women reach for boxy tops, long sweaters, oversized shirts, and elastic waist pants with no structure. The thought is understandable. If the area feels sensitive, you want fabric away from it. You want comfort. You do not want pulling, buttons digging in, or anything that makes you feel watched. But oversized clothing often creates the very shape you're trying to avoid. When a top is too large, the fabric does not know where your body is. It falls from the widest point and continues downward. If your bust, waist, and hip are all covered by one loose layer, the eye reads the entire area as one solid shape. You may feel hidden, but visually you may look broader. A better approach is gentle structure. Structure does not mean tight. It means the garment has enough shape to tell the eye where the body begins and ends. A top can skim the waist without clinging to it. A jacket can define the shoulders without squeezing the arms. Pants can have stretch and comfort while still falling in a clean line. For women over 60 with a fuller waist, the most useful question is not, does this hide my stomach? The better question is, does this create a beautiful line? Because a beautiful line can do more than hiding ever will. Start with your tops, because this is where many waist problems begin. The top is close to the face, but it also determines how the middle is framed. A top that ends in the wrong place can make even the best pants look awkward. If your top stops right at the fullest part of your waist or lower belly, the eye stops there too. That horizontal line becomes a visual arrow. It says, look here, this is why some t-shirts and sweaters feel unflattering even when the size is correct. The hem is cutting across the exact area you would prefer not to emphasize. A slightly better length is often just below the fullest part of the tummy, or at the upper hip, depending on your height and proportions. Petite women need to be especially careful. A very long top may cover the middle, but it can also shorten the legs and make the whole body look compressed. Taller women may be able to wear longer layers more easily, but even then, shape matters. Look for hems that are softly curved, slightly split at the side, or designed to float rather than cling. A curved hem can be very forgiving because it breaks up the hard horizontal line. Side slits allow the fabric to move instead of grabbing across the belly. A blouse that is slightly longer in the back and gently shaped in the front can feel comfortable while still giving you polish, but be careful with the classic big tunic and slim pants formula. It can work beautifully on some women, especially if the tunic has movement, a neckline that opens the face, and pants that are truly slim and clean. But if the tunic is stiff, too long, or too wide, and the pants are also loose, the outfit can become heavy very quickly. The magic is in balance. If the top is relaxed, the bottom should usually be cleaner. If the pants are wide, the top should usually be a little more shaped. If you wear a long cardigan, the layer underneath should not also be long, thick, and shapeless. Mature style becomes more flattering when every piece has a roll. Now let's talk about the neckline, because the neckline can change everything for a fuller waist. That may sound surprising. You may be thinking, what does my neckline have to do with my waist? Quite a lot when the neckline is high, tight, or closed. The eye often has nowhere to go but straight down to the body. A high crew neck with a loose boxy top can make the upper body look like one solid panel. If you also have a fuller bust, a short neck, or softness under the chin, the effect can feel heavy. An open neckline creates a soft V-neck, a gentle scoop, an open collar, a split neck, or a wrap-style neckline can draw the eye upward and inward toward the face. It creates a vertical opening, which helps the torso look longer. It also frames jewelry beautifully. This does not mean every woman must wear a deep V. Not at all. Some women, chest texture, sun damage, or personal comfort concerns. The point is not exposure. The point is openness. Even one or two open buttons on a blouse can change the entire line of the body. A collared shirt worn slightly open creates a vertical shape. A cardigan worn open over a column of color creates two long lines. A necklace that falls below the collarbone can continue that movement. This is one of those small change, big difference moments. You can wear the same pants, the same shoes, and the same jacket, but change a tight crew neck to a soft open neckline. And suddenly your face looks brighter, your neck looks longer, and your waist feels less visually central. Next, we have to talk about tucking, because this is where a lot of women over 60 feel trapped. A full tuck can look polished on some women, but for a fuller waist, it can feel too exposing, especially if the pants have a firm waistband or the fabric bunches at the belly. But if it is too long or too boxy, it may look frumpy. The answer is not one rule. The answer is choosing the tuck that suits the outfit and your body. A soft front tuck can work when the fabric is light and the waistband is comfortable. You are not jamming fabric into the pants. You are simply suggesting a waistline. Even a tiny tuck at the front, slightly off center, can create shape without revealing everything. It tells the eye, there is a body under here, but it does not demand a flat stomach. If a front tuck feels wrong for you, try a half tuck with an open shirt over a simple tank. Or choose a top that is already shaped at the hem so you do not need to tuck at all. Another beautiful option is the fake tuck, where the top has a banded or gently gathered hem that sits at the high hip. But be careful with tight bands. If the band grabs the lower belly, it can create the very pouch you are trying to soften warp tops, and faux wrap tops can be wonderful, but only when the wrap sits in the right place. If the tie lands directly on the fullest part of your stomach, it may draw attention there. If the wrap crosses under the bust and releases gently over the waist, it can create a graceful diagonal line. Diagonal lines are a mature woman's secret weapon because they interrupt width. They move the eye across the body instead of straight across it. This is why a true wrap dress, a ruched side detail, an asymmetrical hem, or a diagonal seam can be more flattering than a straight horizontal seam. But again, the fabric matters. Thin, clingy jersey can reveal every line underneath. A slightly heavier knit, a soft woven fabric, or a matte fabric with movement often behaves better. Fabric behavior is one of the least discussed parts of dressing a fuller waist. A garment can be the right size and still be wrong because of the way the fabric behaves. Shiny fabric flexline can make the area look more prominent. Thin fabric may cling to the waistband and belly button or undergarments. Stiff fabric can stand away from the body and create bulk. Heavy fabric can drag downward and make the torso look shorter. The best fabrics often have a little weight, a little drape, and a matte finish. They skim. They move. They do not collapse, do not stand out like a tent. Think of soft crepe, pont knit, smooth cotton blends, fine knits, fluid rayon blends, or structured jersey that holds its shape. This is why two black tops can look completely different. One black t-shirt may cling across the belly and twist at the hem. Another black blouse may fall beautifully, open at the neckline, and skim the waist. Color alone is not enough. Fabric is doing half the work. Now let's move to pants, because pants can either support a fuller waist beautifully or fight against it all day. Many women choose elastic waist pants because they are comfortable and comfort matters. At this stage of life, no woman should have to sit through lunch, church, travel, or errands with a waistband cutting into her stomach. But not all elastic waists are equal. A thin, tight elastic waistband can dig into the body and create a roll above or below it. A bulky gathered waistband can add volume exactly where you do not want it. A better option is a wide, flat waistband, a pull-on pant with a smooth front, or trousers with hidden stretch. The front should lie as cleanly as possible. High-rise pants can be very flattering for a fuller waist because they can support the middle and lengthen the leg. But the rise is too high and stiff, it may push into the ribs when you sit. If it is too low, the waistband may cut across the lower belly and create a muffin top effect. A mid-rise or high mid-rise is often more comfortable than an extreme high-rise. The shape of the leg also matters. Pants that are too skinny can make the middle look larger by contrast, especially if the top is loose and the shoes are delicate. Pants that are too wide and floppy can make the whole outfit look heavy. For many women with a fuller waist, a straight leg pant is one of the most reliable choices. It creates a clean vertical line from hip to hem. A subtle boot cut can also balance the body, especially if you have broader shoulders. Fuller hips, or like wearing a small heel or wedge, wide leg pants can absolutely work, but they need intention. The fabric should drape, not balloon. The top should be shorter or more shaped. The shoe should support the length of the pant. If the pants are wide, cropped, and paired with a bulky top, the body can look shorter and wider. If the pants are fluid, full length, and worn with a clean top and an open jacket, they can look modern and graceful. Jeans deserve their own moment. Because many mature women either cling to old jeans that no longer on jeans completely. A fuller waist often does not love stiff denim with a low rise. It can press into the belly and gap at the back. Look for jeans with recovery, meaning they stretch but do not bag out after an hour. A smooth waistband, a straight leg, a dark or medium wash, and minimal whiskering around the hips can look polished without trying too hard. Be careful with heavy fading, distressing, rhinestones, thick contrast stitching, or flat pockets if your goal is a clean current look. These details can pull attention downward and sometimes make denim look dated. A simple pair of straight-leg jeans with a refined loafer, ballet flat ankle boot, or sleek sneaker can be far more youthful in the sense of fresh and modern than jeans covered in decoration. Now, one of the most powerful tools for dressing a fuller waist is the third piece. A third piece is a jacket, cardigan, vest, overshirt, blazer, or lightweight layer that completes the outfit. For a fuller waist, the right third piece can create vertical lines along the body, soften the middle, and make the outfit look intentional. But the wrong third piece can add bulk. A long, heavy cardigan with no shape may feel cozy, but it can drag the body down. A cropped jacket that ends right at the belly can put a bright red circle around the waist area. A stiff blazer that will not close may pull across the front and make you feel uncomfortable, even if you plan to wear it open. The most flattering layers often have some shoulder definition, a clean front, and a length that works with your body. For many women, a jacket that ends just below the hip bone or around the upper thigh can be very useful. It covers enough, but it does not swallow the legs. If you are petite, be careful with layers that go too far past mid-thigh. They can make your legs look shorter unless the outfit underneath is very streamlined. Wearing a jacket open is not a failure. It is often the most flattering way to wear it. The open front creates two vertical lines, and the layer underneath becomes a column. This is especially effective when the inside top and pants are similar in color. You do not need to wear all black. Navy and denim, ivory and beige, charcoal and gray, olive and dark green, chocolate and camel, or soft white and taupe can all create a column effect. Then the outer layer can add personality. A blazer, a linen jacket, a soft cardigan, a denim jacket, a suede-like jacket, a polished vest, or a relaxed trench. This works beautifully for travel outfits, church outfits, lunch outfits, and casual errands because it gives shape without requiring tight clothing. You can sit, move, eat, drive, and still feel put together. Dresses can be tricky with a fuller waist, but they can also be one of the easiest solutions when you choose the right shape. The dress many women avoid is the one they may actually need. Not tight, not shapeless, but gently shaped. A shift dress can work if it skims and has enough structure, but a boxy shift can make the body look square. An A-line dress can be lovely if it starts releasing from the right place, but too much flare can feel childish or add volume. A fit and flare dress may be flattering on a woman with a defined upper waist and fuller hips. But on a woman whose fullness is mostly in the middle, the seam may hit awkwardly. One of the most forgiving dress shapes is a gentle empire or raised waist dress that releases under the bust without looking like maternity wear. The key is subtlety. You want the fabric to skim over the waist and belly, not gather heavily. A wrap dress or faux wrap dress can also work if the fabric has enough weight and the neckline is not too low. A sheath dress can be beautiful under a jacket if it does not cling across the stomach. For special occasions, avoid the instinct to buy a dress with lots of draping, layers, sequins, and loose fabric all at once. Mature women are often sold coverage when what they need is clean design. Too much fabric around the waist can make formal wear look heavier. Instead, look for one beautiful feature, a flattering neckline fabric, a soft diagonal fee, a graceful jacket, or a strong color near the face. If you are self-conscious about your arms, you do not need to wear heavy sleeves that make the torso look larger. A 3/4 sleeve, flutter sleeve, sheer sleeve, soft elbow sleeve, or lightweight jacket can give coverage while keeping the overall look light. Showing the wrist is especially helpful. The wrist is one of the narrowest points of the body, and when it is visible, the outfit often looks more delicate and less bulky. This brings us to one of the quietest mistakes, hiding every narrow point. When a woman has a fuller waist, she may cover the arms, cover the neck, cover the hips, cover the legs, and choose heavy shoes. But if every part of the body is covered with volume, the eye cannot see proportion. It only sees mass. You do not need to reveal a lot. Just show a little shape somewhere. The wrist, the ankle, the collarbone, the neckline, the lower leg, the face with lifted hair, a defined shoulder. A clean shoe, these small areas tell the eye that there is lightness in the outfit. For example, a long loose sweater with full-length sleeves and wide pants may feel safe, but it can look heavy. Push the sleeves to show the wrist, change the pants to or a longer necklace, and suddenly the same outfit has air. Small change, big difference. Shoes also matter more than most women realize. The shoe changes the line of the pants, the length of the leg, and the balance of the waist. A very heavy, dark, round shoe worn with cropped pants can visually shorten the leg. When the leg looks shorter, the torso can look wider. This does not mean you must wear high heels. Comfort and safety come first. There are many polished flats, loafers, supportive sneakers, low wedges, block heels, and ankle boots that can look elegant while still being wearable. The key is to avoid cutting the foot and ankle in a way that makes the lower body look chopped up. A shoe closer to your skin tone or close to the color of your pants can lengthen the leg. A pointed or almond toe can look more refined than a very round toe, though women with wide feet or bunions should never suffer for shape. There are wider width shoes with elegant lines. Look for comfort plus polish. A sleek sneaker in good condition can look more modern than an outdated comfort shoe. A loafer with a clean shape can elevate jeans. An ankle boot that disappears under straight-leg pants can create a beautiful uninterrupted line. The goal is not fragile footwear. The goal is footwear that supports the outfit instead of making it look accidental. Now let's talk about color, because fuller waist dressing is not only about cut. Many women are told to wear, but it is not magic. If the black garment is clingy, faded, shapeless, or covered in lint, it will not help. And as hair turns gray or skin contrast softens, harsh black near the face may feel severe on some women. A column of darker color can be very flattering, but it does not have to be black. Deep navy, charcoal, espresso brown, forest green, plum, wine, slate blue, or deep olive can be softer and just as slimming visually. Then you can bring light, warmth, or brightness near the face with a scarf, blouse, jacket, earrings, or lipstick. If you carry fullness at the waist, be mindful of high contrast right across the middle. A white top ending at the belly over black pants creates a strong horizontal line. A bright belt at the waist does the same. A color block top with a seam across the stomach may not be your friend. Instead, place contrast where you want attention, near the face, along the open jacket, in the shoe if it lengthens the leg, in earrings that brighten the eyes, in a scarf tied vertically rather than wrapped thickly around the neck. But scale matters. Tiny busy prints can sometimes look dated or make the eye bounce around. Huge high contrast prints can enlarge the area they cover. A medium scale print, a vertical pattern, a soft abstract print, or a print with movement can be more forgiving. If you love florals, choose ones that feel fresh rather than overly sweet. If you love stripes, try vertical or diagonal stripes or a fine stripe under an open layer. One of the most flattering outfit formulas for a fuller waist is simple. A smooth base, a vertical layer, and one point of beauty near the face. That point of beauty could be earrings, lipstick, glasses, a neckline, a scarf, or a necklace. The base gives you length. The layer gives you shape. The face detail gives the eye a destination. Accessories can make or break the outfit. A short, chunky necklace can sometimes make the upper body look crowded, especially with a high neckline. A longer necklace can create a vertical line. Earrings can bring light upward. Glasses with a current shape can make the whole face look more awake. A handbag with structure can make an outfit look more intentional than a slouchy, worn-out bag that collapses against the hip, but proportion matters here too. A very tiny handbag can make the body look larger by contrast. A huge soft bag can add bulk around the waist and hip. A medium structured bag often works beautifully. Wear it so it does not land at the fullest part of your middle if that bothers you. Crossbody bags are practical. But if the strap cuts across the bust and the bag sits on the belly, it may draw attention there. Adjust the strap or choose a different style when you want a cleaner line. Belts are another area where women get confused. You may hear that every woman needs to define her waist. But for women with a fuller waist, a belt can either be helpful or unflattering, depending on placement, contrast, width, and body shape. A high contrast belt around the fullest part of the waist will emphasize that area. A wide, stiff belt can feel uncomfortable and visually heavy. But a soft, low contrast belt worn slightly higher, under or with a dress that already has movement can create shape. Sometimes the best belt is not a belt at all, but a seam, a wrap line, a jacket edge, or a change in fabric. Do not force waist definition if it makes you feel uncomfortable. You can create shape through the shoulders, neckline, vertical layers, sleeve length, pant line, and accessories. A defined waist is only one tool. It is not the whole toolbox. Now let's correct a few common misunderstandings because these are the beliefs that keep women stuck. The first misunderstanding is, I need to lose weight before I buy clothes I like. No, you need clothes that respect your body today. You can have health goals, fitness goals, or weight goals, but your current body still deserves beauty. Waiting to dress well until your waist changes can quietly steal years of confidence. Buy fewer pieces if you want. Choose adjustable pieces if your size changes, but do not punish yourself with clothes that make you feel invisible. The second misunderstanding is, loose can be comfortable, loose can be chic, but loose without shape often looks larger. The goal is ease with direction. Fabric should skim, not cling, flow, not balloon. The third misunderstanding is, a fuller waist means I cannot wear dresses. You can. You simply need the right seam placement, fabric, neckline, and length. Dresses can actually be easier than separating tops and bottoms because there is no waistband cutting across the middle. The fourth misunderstanding is I must wear long tops with everything. Long tops can help, but only when they preserve leg length. If you are petite, a top that is too long can make your legs disappear. Sometimes a shorter shaped top with higher rise pants is more flattering than a long tunic. The fifth misunderstanding is comfort and polish cannot go together. They absolutely can. Stretch fabrics, smooth waistbands, soft knits, supportive shoes, lightweight jackets, and breathable layers can be both comfortable and attractive. The problem is not comfort. The problem is giving up shape, grooming, and intention in the name of comfort. The sixth misunderstanding is, my waist is the first thing people see. Often it is the first thing you see because it is the area you feel sensitive about. Other people may notice your face, your smile, your hair, your posture, your color, your voice, your earrings, your shoes, or the way you carry yourself. A good outfit helps you see the whole woman again, not just one body part. Let's build some real outfit ideas. For everyday errands, instead of an oversized t-shirt, loose capris, and worn-out sneakers, try a soft V-neck knit top that ends at the high hip, straight leg pull-on pants with a smooth front, and clean supportive sneakers in a light neutral or a color close to the pants. Add small hoops or simple earrings. Push the sleeves slightly. The outfit is still comfortable, but it looks chosen. For lunch with friends, instead of a long boxy tunic over baggy pants, try a fluid blouse with a curved hem, a lightweight open jacket, straight leg trousers, and loafers. Add a longer necklace or earrings that bring attention to the face. The middle is skimmed, the body line is longer, and the outfit feels graceful. For church, instead of a stiff skirt suit that pinches at the waist or a shapeless dress that hangs from the shoulders, try a softly structured dress with an open neckline and a jacket that creates vertical lines. The dress should skim the waist and release gently. Choose a shoe that is stable but refined, such as a low-block heel, dressy flat, or elegant wedge, if comfortable for you. For travel, instead of leggings with a very long sweatshirt, try pant straight-leg pants, a soft knit top, a long open cardigan or travel blazer, and a scarf worn loosely so it creates a vertical line. Choose shoes you can walk in safely, but keep them clean and streamlined. Travel style should let you move, but it does not need to look careless. For date night, instead of hiding in all black from neck to ankle, try a deep colored column underneath, an open silky jacket or beautiful wrap, earrings that brighten your face, and a soft lipstick. You do not need tight clothes to look feminine. You need texture, movement, light near the face. For warm weather, instead of a large square linen top and wide cropped pants, try a breathable blouse with a split neck, ankle-length straight pants, and sandals with support. If you prefer dresses, choose one that floats without tenting. A soft vertical print, an open neckline, and a sleeve that hits around the elbow can be very flattering. Instead of layering bulky sweaters over bulky pants, choose thinner warm layers. Choose thinner warm layers. A fine knit under a structured vest or jacket often looks better than one thick sweater. A scarf should not become a heavy roll around the neck unless you truly need warmth. Let it fall vertically when possible. Now, let's talk about posture and grooming, because clothing does not work alone. A fuller waist can look more pronounced when posture collapses forward. This is not about blaming the body. Many women develop rounded shoulders from years of work, caregiving, driving, reading, or simply life. But even a small lift through the chest and crown of the head can change how clothes fall. Jackets sit better, necklines open. The waist looks less compressed. Hair also affects the waist more than you might think. If the hair is very flat on top and wide at the sides, the body can look wider. A little lift at the crown or softness around the face can balance the whole silhouette. Gray hair can be stunning, but the cut needs shape. Thin hair may need a different strategy than thick hair. The point is not to chase youth. The point is to keep the face framed with energy. Makeup can help too, especially because a fuller waist outfit often works best when the eye is invited upward. A little brightness on the lips, defined brows, curled lashes, or flattering glasses can make the face the focus. You do not need heavy makeup. You need presence. This is the heart of dressing a fuller waist. Bring the attention back to you. Not to the stomach, not to the waistband, not to the fabric pulling. To you, your face, your movement, your color, your taste, your life, because the waist is only one part of the body. It should not get to make every style decision. Before you buy anything new, try this closet exercise. Put on an outfit you usually wear when you want to hide your middle. Stand in front of the mirror and ask where the eye stops first. Does it stop at the hem across the belly? At a tight waistband? At a bulky pocket? At a high contrast color break? At a cardigan that ends at the widest point? Then make only one to chain. Add an open layer. Change the shoe. Push up the sleeve. Swap the boxy top for a curved hem. Try pants with a smoother front. Add earrings. Remove a bulky scarf. Create one vertical line. You may be surprised by how little needs to change. The final checklist is simple enough to remember when you are shopping, packing, or getting dressed in a hurry. Check the neckline. Does it open and lift the face? Or does it close everything off? Check the hem. Does it stop at the fullest part of your waist, or does it skim past it gracefully? Check the fabric. Does it cling, shine, bunch, or collapse, or does it drape smoothly? Check the waistband. Does it dig and gather, or does it lie flat and support you? Check the pant leg. Does it create a clean line, or does it fight the proportions of the top? Check the layer. Does it create vertical movement, or does it add bulk? Check the shoes. Do they lengthen and polish the outfit, or do they visually chop the leg? Check the accessories. Do they bring attention to your face, or do they crowd the neck and waist? Check the color break. Is there a strong horizontal line across the middle, or does the outfit guide the eye up and down? And finally, check how you feel. Can you sit? Can you breathe? Can you walk? Can you enjoy your lunch, your church service, your trip, your family gathering, your date, your ordinary Tuesday? Because the best outfit for a fuller waist is not the one that makes you disappear. It is the one that lets you stop fussing with your clothes and return to your life. You do not need to dress younger. You do not need to dress smaller. You do not need to apologize for what has changed through decades of living, loving, working, raising families, surviving losses, rebuilding confidence, and becoming who you are. You need better, softer structure, cleaner lines, more attention near the face. Less fabric where fabric is only adding weight. More intention in the pieces you already own. A fuller waist is not the end of style.